So I've seen videos on people ranking Forsaken survivors on things like how effective they are in game, how difficult they are to play them, their fat level, and also how annoying they can be. So just realized most of the videos were made by this guy. Do I get a name that's not hard to pronounce for once? Like, what is this? Evan? Wait, Evan. I saw that, and I went like, hey, I got a funny idea. I'll rank survivors on how likely they'll win against a bear in a deathmatch. Because power scaling.
Hey, it's me, Goku!
So here's the rules for this. They can only use what they have, so whatever abilities, stats, weapons they have in Forsaken, they can only use those. Right now, Dusakar is canonically like a god or something, but in Forsaken, he's not doing that, so he's not gonna do that to the bear. Rule number 2, the battleground is just empty and endless, so there's really no objects you can use. You can't just, like bears in the forest, right? You can't just have survivors just throwing rocks or making wooden spears. Nope, they can only use what they have right now, and they can only use like what they have. Wait, I've said that already. And third, it's a deathmatch, so they have to fight to their death. There's no ties, there's no running away. I mean, you can't do that as a strategy, but like, one of them has to die. Either the bear dies, or one of the survivor dies. Only the survivor, since any killer would easily body the bear, no questions asked. I'm gonna start with the survivor who's getting disintegrated from the bear, up to the survivor who's gonna disintegrate the bear. Let's begin. Oh no, not David Busy. So Build-A-Man does have bear killing potential. But the thing is, he has to place a sentry down. And to do that, it takes him like 10 years, I think. So the only way I can see Build-A-Man placing a sentry is when he got the bear tired from running, but like, he's based off the CEO. The CEO's old, and he protects predators. So I don't think he's gonna have the stamina to run the bear. In fact, I think he's gonna the bear. So, but he could give the adventure a good throw, and then run. But the bear would withstand that. That wouldn't be enough. He can't throw the hammer either. First of all, it's not gonna do much. Second of all, he needs it for building. You can't say he uses the wrench for building, because I mean, in the animation, he doesn't use it for building. And also, he can't do things like sentry parries. I made that up, by the way. Which is basically, with doing the wind-up, he can use the building as a shield. Well, I wish it could work like that, but like, doing the wind-up, the building gets attacked, Build-A-Man can still get hit, not matter. He's just making himself open, and this guy will probably just get one-tapped. But, if he manages to place a sentry, then it's gonna do some good damage, and also slow down the bear. Now, the bear can definitely break the sentry, but here's the thing. Bears are not that smart. They're not gonna figure out sentry pew pew damage them, and they need to break it so it doesn't hurt them. But bears aren't that smart. So Build-A-Man can just loop around the sentry, and then the bear will basically die. If the bear somehow breaks the sentry accidentally, well then, he's kind of cooked there. I mean, like, he has his hammer and wrench, which is, I mean, it's better than his fist, but bear can take those hits. And if Build-A-Man will take like 2 hits, or he gets one tapped and then he dies. Plus, he's old, he's not gonna do much with the hammer and wrench anyways. Okay, so apparently, he does use his mountain bike for exercise, but like, I don't think he lifts. He does have the cardio, but it's not enough.
But that's just a theory.
So now you might be wondering, okay, this character has a weapon,
Over here,
super difficult game plan, but it's a game plan, and there is a character that doesn't have a game plan. Like, literally, I don't have a single plan for him. There's no miracle saving this guy.
Your mom doesn't love you, your dad
Build-A-Man is lower. So listen, here's my reasoning. It's Build-A. He's based off
In any given
David
month, we
Baszucki.
have about 3
And
points.
guess what? He defended a content creator named Teddy because they gave him money. And the whole community literally had to boycott just for David Baszucki to ban Teddy. But clearly, he did not want to ban Teddy. He had to. It's gonna affect his money. But in this case, once he looks at the bear, he'll be reminded of the time he had to ban Teddy, and he did not want it to be that way. Teddy made him so much money, and they even had a loving relationship. So once he looks at the bear, he's gonna tear up and say, "Teddy, I miss you!" Then he gets violently mauled to death. But if we had that aside though, he'd be around number 9 on winning against a bear in the death match. But honestly, I've lost all respect for David, so Build-A-Man is gonna be in 10th place. And also killing a bear wouldn't give him money, so I don't think he'll care anyways. Son, I know you're better than this.
I'm sorry, Dad, but I'm playing tag.
You're a good kid. Stop this.
N7 is a retired hacker, so his physique is already below average. This is because he spends most of the time on Roblox and doesn't do any exercising. He just eats a lot, and he even has a burger on his head. That is definitive proof he's a big guy. He did adopt Cool Kid and took care of him for 10 years, so he does got the dad strength. But I think dad strength plus Discord mod will just make average guy strength. And since the only abilities he has is cloning and teleportation with a wind-up longer than waiting for your food in any fancy restaurant, yeah, the bear's obliterating this guy. Now if he does teleport away, the bear can still catch up to N7 since bears can run faster than humans and will definitely have more energy than N7. So N7 can't just wear down the bear by running either. Now what about the clone? Well, he can kinda use that actually. Now, bears have a sense of smell stronger than dogs, so N7 can be sensed. But the bear can't see him, and the bear's not gonna know he went invisible, since he's not going to the theaters watching movies. He doesn't know the concept of me. So the bear will sense him, but not attack him. N7 can use these 4 seconds to attack. But 4 seconds of average punches and kicks barely do much to a bear. Like, it feels like this bear has super armor to him. So 2 normal guys are not doing much to this bear. That's also if the clone can even fight, because the clone acts more like a decoy running around than a clone who can fight. That decoy is getting yeeted. So N7 basically can't do anything. The fight is not even close, and the bear would probably just slap N7's head flying off to the Ronald McDonald house. Easy bear win, and N7 gets oiled up.
Pizza.
But wait!
Wait, guys. 00 N7, then Elliot?
Pizza burger. Oh my gosh, it's pizza burger.
No, wait, stop! I'm just kidding, okay? Please don't take this seriously. I'm not one of them. Please, don't take me. It was just a joke. It was fun. Please stop! Now, Elliot, aka guy who keeps getting drawn as a twink. Oh my gosh, I'm tired of this. Please just stop. So apparently, he does all the jobs at Build-A-Bear's Pizza. I wonder if he gets paid enough. So he is a hard worker, and his stamina should be a little better than average. But he's still a pizza guy. He getting one-tapped, and his punches aren't doing much. But Rush Hour can help with that. Rush Hour gives him speed 3 for 3 seconds, which means he can go barrage that bear for 3 seconds, which does pretty good damage. The bear would be a little worn down by it. But now, Elliot doesn't have a Rush Hour anymore. It's not like he can wait for the cooldown since he needs to give the pizza to someone to use the Rush Hour. And there's no one else to give it to. Not unless he gives the pizza to the bear. But that heals the bear. So this is where my epic theory comes in. The only way I see him winning is if he does more damage during rush hour than the amount of health the bear receives from the pizza. With this, he can slowly trip the bear's health, but the cooldown of rush hour is 30 seconds, and Elliot's not lasting those 30 seconds. He's getting caught by then.
Was that the bite of 87?
But I still got something for Elliot. Now, I should have already mentioned that, yes, they can use what abilities and items they have in Forsaken, but they can use it however they want. Like if they have a weapon, then there's no cooldown for striking with it, and they can do whatever with it. Damn, I really should have mentioned that earlier. There's so many examples of me doing this, but whatever. So this time, Elliot can actually eat his pizza for once. Now, if he's dying, he can regenerate his health by eating his pizza. He does have to wait 45 seconds though, and he gets no rush hour, and he's not lasting those 45 seconds. So this is gonna be a win for the bear. But it would be funny to see Elliot with his limbs torn apart, and then they just grow back just because he had a slice of pizza.
Let's go gambling!
Oh boy, it's chance. What are the chances? So in physical capabilities, he's either average or below average from smoking, since gamblers smoke, but that's kind of stereotyping it. But I won't be surprised if he did smoke, because this is edgy Forsaken land after all. The only way I can see Chance doing real damage is if he shoots his flintlock. Well, duh, like what else is he gonna do? Anyways, to get the flintlock, it takes coin flipping, which he has to get lucky and get the coin on heads. Now, Chance doesn't have time to get 3 charges, and if Chance gets 3 charges, he gets a 90% chance of the gun shooting, 5% chance of the gun not shooting, and 5% chance of... But he's not outrunning the bear within that time frame. Maybe if he gambles and gets 3 heads in a row, then he can shoot his gun and still hope it doesn't just not work, or... Now if the gun does fire, and then he lands a shot in the vitals, then the bear is heavily damaged. The bullets flintlocks use aren't that strong, and flintlocks also don't utilize gunpowder, which propels bullets to crazy deadly speeds. So yes, the bear will be damaged, but not as much as a regular gun. And bears can take some regular gun hits too, so a flintlock will not be as bad, but the bear is still fatigued. So he can start outrunning the bear, continue coin flipping, and use other abilities. If he gets hit, and when he has a lot of weakness, well, he just dies. He can finally use Revo, and this will help him if he gets like 120 HP, because maybe he can take one more hit. Although if he gets like 70 HP, he'll definitely die to the condo slap. After the reroll, he will lose charges, but he can outrun a damaged bear just fine. Chance can repeatedly shoot the bear over and over until the bear dies. Although this is if everything goes well, like the gun doesn't just work, or if the gun explodes. If the gun explodes, he's cooked. But Chance wins if he gets lucky, and loses if his gun explodes on him just once.
Did you know? 1981 was the year that...
Dumb pumpkin. Now his magic could help, and when I say that, I mean his plasma beam is gonna be the only thing he's gonna be using. Since bond protection can only be used on others, he basically can't use it. Plasma beam will help Dusicor, since he can slow down the bear, which can help him evade attack. Now, what can he attack with? Since he just has a beam that slows them down, an ability that only works in a partner, and he has a staff. A wooden staff. A wooden staff. A wooden freaking staff! Oh my god, oh my days, oh my days. A wooden freaking stick Minecraft reference. Wooden stick? That's like a Minecraft. Do I know what a wooden stick is made out of? Wood. You want what it's from? Minecraft. You wanna know what trees are from? You wanna know what you can do with this? Well, you can do that thing people do in the movies, where they make it a spear. But vehicle? How will Dusakoi, think of that. You think you're stupid? Look at these big words. Thou, thy, them, shalt. He's talking like that because he got the big brain. On a more serious note, he's been using this stuff. Why wouldn't he think of not turning into a spear? Especially when the second best thing he can do is slow down the bear's movement. He's not gonna staff whip that guy. So the main strat for winning is keeping distance, stabbing, and slowing down the bear to eventually kill the bear. So that can be easy, but it can work. Although Dusakoi has a pumpkin head, so he's most likely gonna die to one hit in the head. That pumpkin's gonna explode.
My name is Jeff.
I don't have any dumb joke this time. Noob is a big back, and based off Noob's milestones, I can assume he's a skateboarder, but that's not going to be enough to undo the big back energy he has. So, he would have below average strength, but have pretty good stamina. His abilities are pretty good enough to kill the bear, surprisingly. Ghost Burger is a burger where if he eats it, he goes invisible for 10 seconds. It's useful because, like I said before, the bear can sniff him out, but not see him, which matters more. Cola can be a little good. It makes him a little bit faster, and he could use that speed for movement and attacks. But the bear is going to take those 10 seconds and slap him to an empty box basement. I know they have their editors in there. Now, Slide Skin turns Noob's skin into rock, but bears do have the capabilities to fling a boulder or break them by biting it. So you could still get killed doing Slide Skin. Now, Slide Skin makes Noob super heavy and slow, but it's not slow to the point where he can't dish out a heavy blow. It takes like half a second, and if he does hit, it can do very good damage, and he gets 10 hits of hard Slide Skin punches, which can do significant damage that can tire out the bear. But after that, Noob can't do much else. The only other strat he can do from there is running to stall the bear while he's on cooldown. The bear is fatigued, so he shouldn't be able to run as fast or run that long. Plus Noob has pretty good stamina and blocks the color, so he should be able to wait for Slade Skin. And once that happens, he punches the bear to death. But I got something to make his chances of winning even better. He can do Slade Skin and Ghost Burger, which means he gets 5 seconds to just go wild on that bear for free. And without worrying about getting hit whatsoever, he should be able to punch that bear to death. And if he runs out of Slide Skin before then, he still has 5 seconds left of invisibility. He can still attack with these, but it's not gonna do much. So you can just use these to run and get energy. The bear is tired at this point, so waiting for Slide Skin shouldn't be a problem. Plus, he should have another Ghost Burger by then too. After he waits out for the Slide Skin, he does the combo again, and the bear dies. Now, what do you think of this plan? Well, most likely, because this guy likes eating.
O cholera, czy to Freddy Fazbear?
Taff just has average stats, average endurance, and average strength, but her traps will actually be super effective. Now bears aren't so smart, we already know that. So Taff's traps are going to work. If the bear is subspaced, Taff gets 5 seconds to attack, but I don't think 5 seconds of punching will do much. So, here's the solution. Her tripwires. Now, they can slow the bear down, and it's not really gonna do much, but what if Taff uses them a different way? See those spikes at the end of the tripwires? Yeah, those look deadly. So instead of Taff using the tripwires for tripping, she should instead use those ends to stab the bear with it. So, after the bear gets subspaced, which means he can't do anything, then Taff can go crazy on the bear with those spikes. The bear will definitely be heavily injured or even dead if Taff utilizes those 5 seconds. Plus, if any of the spikes break, Taff always has more tripwires. If the bear is still alive after those 5 seconds, the bear is heavily fatigued to the point where Taff can outrun the bear until the trip mine is not on cooldown. Once the cooldown is over, it's a free 5 seconds of an opening and the bear will die. Now you might say, Taff is a trapper. Why would she think of using the tripwires like that? He probably didn't say that, but anyways, Taff has been using these tripwires. She should actually be experienced enough to use them like that. And since it's a deathmatch, she's gonna use the tripwire spikes as weapons because she has nothing else. She has nothing else to kill with, so Taff can beat the bear. Do whatever you want, but for any spawners, Buddhism is right there. You wanted reincarnation, okay? 2-time is a fragile cultist. This means they will probably die in one hit. But he can also just do anime dashes. That's a big advantage already. So I know that dagger is a dagger. It's short, but they can do anime crouch lunges, and as long as it hits, they get oblation and HP. Now the bear can take some knife hits, but 2-time can safely just go crazy on that bear, because if the bear does hit them, they can just heal back by attacking. And of course, they're already moving around a lot, so it's gonna be hard for the bear to hit them. 2-time should at least have enough energy to do this. This will eventually lead to 2-time killing the bear. Also, 2-time has crouch, and crouch makes him have invisibility, and invisibility is good, yada yada yada. Even if the bear does hit them hard enough to kill them, 2-time should have second life by then. So yeah, 2-time killing that bear. So this guy is the master of the sword fight on the heights. And he has thoughts about horses. So basically I can say, this guy can dodge and defend himself in a sword fight, which means he can dodge bear strikes. So Shadletsky can just hack and slash this bear, and the bear can't do much. Shadletsky also has chicken, so he can heal himself once he's dying. So Shadletsky is killing the bear easy. I don't think I need to explain too much on Gast. Yeah, he's a soldier. He already does intense training, and he already has the willpower. I mean, just look at this Sigma Alpha male speech.
No, I'm not giving up.
Never give up.
We came here to protect our families and friends, and I'm not giving up until every last one of them is dead, or until I am.
What the Sigma? Happy feet! Wobble combo! Skip.
To be the last guy, then you have 3 children and call all of them John? Yeah, go to hell! On the Sigma. I think that's how it went. I mean, it's been like a long time since I watched like a 100. Also, he's dodging bullets, blocking swords, novas, and like other projectiles. And also, you can just fling any of the killers with his parry. Yeah, I think the bear is cooked. I don't think I have to explain that much. I mean, if he's flinging Jason, Jamba, he can fling a bear.
Just shut up.
And also, if he's blocking swords, he's dodging bullets. I think he can easily just defend himself from the bear. Oh hell, he doesn't even need to like block. He could just dodge him. Yeah, I think this is an easy win for Gast. I also forgot, he also has charge, and charge does damage to the killer and can fling them too.
Do you actually think you can do?
So, if Gus can do that, yeah, the bear's cooked. So here's a simulation of what I think the fight would go like. And that's the video. This took a long time to make, and I just can't wait to stop talking about bears at this point. Making the video was still fun, though, and I thought I was gonna have to make a part for Veronica, but I made it in time. This was literally in development before Slash existed. Yeah, it's kinda bonkers. This video, like I said in the beginning, is not that serious. It's just a dumb subject that I put 2 months of work into. Even if I did get some things wrong, it's just stupid power scaling that doesn't really matter. Also the gameplay either from my friend or just in private servers, so I'm not a hacker. there's some legit gameplay in public service, so there's that. These are the songs I used, and I'll have another video coming in after like a while since I'm kind of busy. So now I'm leaving.